Loren had always been a believer in love. He'd grown up hearing about fairy tales, about the kind of love that conquered all and made everything seem a little brighter, a little better. In his mind, there was no greater thing than finding someone who understood him, someone who truly got him. And for years, Loren had believed that he had found that person in Faith. Faith was everything Loren had ever wanted. Beautiful, intelligent, funny, and deeply kind. She was the type of person who lit up a room just by walking into it, the type of person who made others feel like they mattered. And Loren had fallen for her, hard. She had become the axis around which his world spun. Everything seemed perfect, like a dream he never wanted to wake up from. It wasn't like the breakup was a grand event, not in the traditional sense. There were no angry confrontations or screaming matches. No dramatic scenes in front of friends or family. It was the slow, quiet erosion of a relationship that once seemed unbreakable. Loren had always believed that their love was something that couldn't be undone, but faith, like everything else in life, is fragile. The first cracks appeared months ago, when Loren began to notice that Faith was pulling away. It was subtle at first, a quiet night here and there, a text message that went unanswered, a missed call. But the signs were there. Loren had tried to ignore them at first, convinced that it was just a phase. People go through ups and downs, he reasoned. Relationships had their ebbs and flows. It was normal, right? But then, one evening, after weeks of silence, Faith had called him. It wasn't an emergency, not really. She was calm, collected even, as she told him that she needed space. Space, she said, to think. Loren had asked if there was someone else, but she had denied it. No, it wasn't that, she assured him. It was just that things had changed, and she needed time to figure out where she was going in life. Loren had begged her to stay, pleaded with her to not walk away, but Faith's resolve was like stone. She was determined, almost cold. There was no emotion in her voice, no sadness, no guilt. It was as though she had already left long before the words were spoken. That night, Loren sat on his bed, staring at his phone, waiting for the message that never came. He told himself that it would be fine. That she would come back. That this was just a bump in the road. But the truth was already sinking in, like a weight in his chest. In the days that followed, Loren found himself constantly checking his phone, desperate for a message from her. But none came. The silence was deafening. It was as though she had simply erased him from her life. The world around him began to fade. Friends tried to console him, offering their well-meaning but empty words of encouragement. It's for the best, they said. You'll find someone better. But Loren wasn't interested in hearing any of it. He didn't want someone better. He wanted Faith. And without her, the world felt a little less bright. He spent nights scrolling through their old messages, the ones that once made him smile but now only brought a wave of painful nostalgia. He replayed their conversations, their inside jokes, their dreams for the future. It was like trying to hold on to something that was slipping through his fingers. But the more he tried, the more it hurt. Days turned into weeks, and still, Faith didn't reach out. Loren had to face the harsh reality. She was gone.